What's going on, Solid Steppers? What's up, Solid Steppers? It's Miss Ward coming to you. I'm in a interesting part of Florida called Vero Beach. I'm riding out here to assist one of my fellow friendly competitors, fellow business owners. He reached out for some help and nobody was coming through, but they want to ask him for help. I'm still pissed about that, but it's okay though, because I realize people make their beds. I'm gonna let them make them. They ain't gonna get nothing from Miss Ward, I tell you that. Not like that. Because at the end of the day, we all need help. And then I'm about to get on his butt because I need him to get an air sled so he doesn't have to depend on people. He making enough damn money. I'm about to get all over him. You never put yourself in a situation where you have to depend on people. You feel me? There's too much money out here. Invest in the tools, people. Get your air sleds, get your appliance dollies. Spend the money where you need to spend it, because when you doing these two-man jobs, you double charge for 2 men and you use that additional tool because it will be paid for. Trust me. It's all part of business. Pass it on. Is that $150,000? What? Yeah, Vero is obviously affordable. I think this Vero, I don't know, because you know Florida be suspect as hell. You be riding through a town and say Vero, but then you on some little sub spot before you get there. So, but anyway, I wanted to talk about that, and I wanted to talk about relationships. Man, you know, I've learned how to let people make decisions and not interfere, but I swear to God, it pisses me off, because I feel like we all need each other. Like, there are people who have things I don't. So I call on them when I need them, and they call on me. If they ever need anything to me, I'm giving them more than what they ask for, simply because I understand what it is out here. You know, a lot of us out here, Lone Rangers, no major company behind us, and we moving, you know, we moving how we know. You know, and you know, I definitely pull on my corporate background, man. I got some news today that one of my biggest heroes, the man that really jumped off my career, like literally, like put me in 6-figure years ago. What? The guy that stood up for me in the boardroom, the CEO of a company I used to work for. Man, I just found out that man died. Man, they done sent the obituary, not the obituary, but the whatever it is. You know what it is, y'all. What I'm trying to say, you know, when you go pay your respects. Man, look at here. If that shit ain't giving me a kick in the ass, I don't know what will. This is why I'm not playing with y'all ass. Not playing. Like, I just got off the phone with my sister. I said, look, you need to look into some truck parking, real estate out here in Vero. It's right here at the turnpike, right here at 95. Better get on top of this money, man, and these opportunities. Because the reality is, you guys got to learn how to execute. I was in a great meeting last night. We were discussing The Power of Now, a book by Eckhart Tolle. Anybody that know anything about Oprah ought to know him. But the reality is, you got to let go of everything and focus on what's going on right now, man. And you got to execute. You got to have a sense of urgency. Erica and the crew was talking about that last night. It was like, you know, people get out here, you know, they wait till the last minute, and then when the shit's upon them, they want to hurry the hell up. That's that bottom feeder mentality, man. You think you got all the time in the world, you know? And this is why I always watch who I'm around, because when you're around people that's moving slow, you gonna move slow. And I'd be damned if I'm moving slow. Like, nobody would have left where I live, Fort Lauderdale. I started down in Fort Lauderdale this morning and come all the way up to Vero. I had finished all my jobs. My last job was in Palm Beach, and that was roughly about 65 miles from where I'm going now. You know? That's what you do. You have people back. Because the reality is, I've seen this same young man jump and come down and help me somewhere solve a problem. So why would I not come to help him? That's crazy. But anyway, the reality is, you reap what you sow, you make your bed. You come out here Lone Ranging it if you want. You got to know when and where to Lone Range and when to look out. Period. But you know, people need to have a sense of urgency. They need to get their game together. They need to shut out all the ignorance and the white noise and the distractions and focus. You know, and I watched that man come from working at Firestone and then going to work at a major company, becoming the top guy, CEO, dealing with the backstabbers, the hates. And this is a guy that was always on top of his game when it came to all the management books, developing relationships with companies. I mean, these are the kind of guys that they're guys on this earth that they are so good to people. They make people feel so great in their presence that they will work for them for free. He was that type of dude, man. When he walked in the room and gave you a compliment, man, you was floating for years to come because he was that kind of dude. And he wasn't perfect, now don't get me wrong. But like I said, this is a man that believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. So I want to shout out to Bill, Mr. Inkin. I got you, man, all day. I'm telling you, man. Y'all never know where you're going to end up, man. That man passed at 59 years old, man. Crazy. But he was a mentor of mine, so I got to give him his respects. You know, I gave him his roses while he was here. You know, his wife is a phenomenal woman. His kids are great. His son, his son-in-law, his sons, his daughter. You know, just good people, man. And these guys, I mean, this man was making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. But he was always cool. He was always, you know, approachable, no matter how high and far he went in the company. So, my hat's off to you, Bill. I'm telling you, man, wake up call. Y'all better get it together, bro. That's all I can tell you. Get it together and don't look back. Well, I'm about to get up to this customer's crib, so I'm going to be ending this video here shortly. Probably got about a couple of more minutes. But like I said, the takeaway need to be sense of urgency. Don't put off tomorrow what you can do today. Nothing is promised, man. Nothing. When I tell you nothing is promised, you got to remember what you're going to be remembered for. I remember that man because he affected my life. I remember when he was climbing the ladder and I was in North Carolina. And there was some things going on because y'all know how backwards North Carolina could be, man. And they was trying me all kind of ways, and people was wondering, like, why ain't you going to HR? Why aren't you reporting this racist, discriminatory activity? And the point was, I chose to be in a non-traditional field. I chose to be out there in the sticks with them peoples because I knew I was better, and I knew that what I had to go through to get to where I wanted to go. I had my own goals. So I had already came through adversity, so, you know, calling me out my name, acting as, it didn't even matter at that point because I was already in the boys club, whether they liked it or not. And I not only was in it, I was running it because I was better than them, because I had no choice. I had to pay that black tax. And at the end of the day, this dude has so much respect for me because he knew I could have took that entire company down if I wanted to. But the reality is I had a bigger plan, and I was able to excel for many years and have wonderful experiences, you know, build great teams, you know, I have people to this day now that will work for me for free because I believed in them. I invested in them just like he invested in me. When people who didn't look like me, people who thought that I was to this and to that, this man turned around and he said, don't hate the player, hate the game. You know, she brings something to the table besides diversity. She has a talent that is untouched, you know, and he would yank me up, you know, every now and then when I was looking out for the wrong person, or when I was, you know, allowing the hood to come too close to corporate, that type of thing. But the reality is, this is a man that talked to me in my face about it. He didn't talk to me behind my back. He invested in me. He invested in my training. He invested in programs to polish the gift, you know, and all on the company dime. So look, and then behind that, he assigned people to me who spoke my language, you know, who he would have those meetings. I mean, I remember there were times people was trying to comfort me, and he would sit down and have a meeting with me and them at the corporate office, and I would leave, and they would just be floored. They'd be like, dang, I didn't realize how gifted she was. I didn't realize, because they were judging the book by its cover. So realize relationships are important, because if I didn't have that relationship with him, you see who the brilliant woman I am? Huh. Man, please, I wouldn't have been exposed. This dude looked out for me. So like I said, Mr. Inkin, much love, bro. And my condolences to his family, his wife, and his kids. You know, they're great people too. All right, y'all. Remember, tomorrow's not promised. This was signing out. Be blessed and never stop. Go get it.